Lock it in and rip the knob off. You're tuned in to the #1 show on the planet. The Heffron and Reep Show. Live from your headphones. It's Heffron and Reep. This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
Everybody, welcome to the Heffron and Reep Show. You're listening to us on what is known as a podcast. In your ears, through your headphones, through your speakers of your car. I don't know how you listen to this. I don't know how you found it. I know I don't post enough about this show. I should. I just don't like going online anymore. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. I just pulling up my phone and opening my Instagram and going to my Facebook app, and it's like and then it syncs up to my fan page, which is a different app on your phone, and then you can't, and then you leave a comment, and then I leave comments as Heffron and Reep and not as John Heffron. But then I decide, is it John Heffron the comedian leaving the comment, or is it John Heffron the person? Because they're two different people.
Yes, it's very confusing.
Yeah, Jon Reep, how are you?
Oh, hey, buddy. I'm doing well. Not only that, but we're also going live on all those things. Like you said, we're a podcast for your ears. Yeah. Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, Apple, whatever podcast apps there are. But we're also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter simultaneously. And we're looking at the comments. Like I'm gonna give shout outs to Holly, Stacy, Lathea, Becky, Janie Marie, Caleb, Shane Flint. All the usuals are here. And we're taking your comments. And we got a good show lined up today. I mean, we got lots to talk about, John Heffron, and I don't know where to start.
I don't like to show prep. I've never really done set list before shows, but how packed this show is, I'm gonna show you all the notes I have. Right, I'm gonna show it. If you're watching for those of you on Facebook, ready? Look at that.
Oh, how'd you get all? I have no idea what that says. Got nerdy. That's what it looks like. You wrote got
I took
nerdy.
It's all in my head.
Oh, wow. Have you ever heard of shorthand?
I think that was a generation above us in college, right?
Yeah, my mom
or something had, yeah.
My mom knows shorthand, and she can write like a full-on sentence with like maybe, I don't know, like 3 little squiggly lines. It looked like what you just showed me was shorthand.
Isn't that their version, like your mom's age era? That's just their emojis.
It's like hieroglyphics. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all hieroglyphics, your shorthand emojis. It's all weird to generate. We got screwed because we had to cursive it and write everything out.
And learn typewriters. Like we had to learn
for about a year or two. And then by the time you graduate from high school, you're like, people aren't even going to use.
Right. Typing was a thing. You had to take typing 1, typing 2. How many words per minute can you type without looking at the keyboard? That was a skill. Just like shorthand was a skill. It's back when being a secretary was like, oh, my major will be in being a secretary.
What did you ever use? We're going to lose the Gen Zs that are listening to our podcast. Which, by the way, is the right generation. If you're going to talk about the younger generation, if you're saying millennials still, millennials have kids. You got to leave them alone and move on to the next group of mayhems, the Gen Zs. But we had a typing class in high school, I believe, because I remember failing was there exams? Because I couldn't type on a letter on the front of an envelope because you had the dangly thing and then hit the tab button and then it was a pain in the ass.
Right.
But those were IBMs. I remember them just being like these, one big solid brick IBM. And then I think, right. Then we had computer labs. I don't know. I'm older than I don't remember the thing, but yeah, typewriters were done.
Yeah. I want real quick though, before we get too far into the show.
Yeah.
We have a guest that's going to join us here in a little bit, I do believe. Also, I want to plug some tour dates, and I want you to go first.
After I do this.
Heffron and Reep. Shameless plugs.
Okay, so I hit the same one. I'm gonna change this. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Whip, whip, whip. Ann Arbor, Michigan. I will be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend. That's Friday and Saturday. Thank you. This Friday and Saturday, I don't know how shows are. It's limited seating still. There's still a curfew. COVID's still out there, people. FYI, COVID. I know you're thinking everyone's running around licking people's faces. COVID's still out there, but it's limited seating, so shows will sell out. There's only 3 of them this weekend in Ann Arbor. I skipped last weekend. Jon Reep, this is a club where I started at. Well, they moved twice, so it's not the exact place, but this is the comedy club name I've been performing at the most. Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then next weekend, Port Charlotte, Florida. Then the weekend after that, Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, nice. And where can people get tickets at johnheffron.com possibly?
I might not have updated that site since 1997, but I would go at all these random places. I got my shot, by the way.
So you're good.
Vaccinated. And I decided I'm going to use because there's side effects to the shot.
Hang on. I got to do my tour dates now.
Okay.
Because you're about to get into a shot territory.
No. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Reep. Shameless plugs.
Let me give you another one because I messed up.
Heffron and Reep. Shameless plugs.
Okay.
All righty then. I will be in Walhalla, South Carolina this coming Saturday, April the 3rd, with one Reno Collier, one show, Walhalla, South Carolina. Now I've just added some dates. I will be in Springfield, Missouri at the Blue Room, April 16 and 17. Springfield, Missouri, Blue Room, April 16 and 17. And then at the end of the month, April 29 through May 1st, I will be in Bloomington, Minnesota at the House of Comedy. That's close to Minneapolis. And I've not been to either of those rooms. So looking forward to that. Those dates can be found at johnreep.com, which is updated.
Somebody's got a web guy. The shot though. So I went and got it. And then there's like side effects. I just decided I'm just going to use the side effects of the shot, which I had none, but I'm going to use that for excuse for like a year.
Oh, really?
Like anytime
How
you
so?
feel tired, or if you just feel tired and you don't feel like doing anything, you can just sit on the couch and go, I got vaccinated. I think that it's just the side effects of the vaccine.
What are the side effects? Just being tired?
Tired, maybe fever, just
Right.
flu-like symptoms. But it just I think you can just, because we're dudes and we don't handle colds well.
Right.
So I just think,
Man, I've been having allergies for the first time ever in my life, dude. I've never had allergies this bad. I'm just now getting over it. Like, it's been a bad cough. I wake up with coughing and my eyes are watery. My nose is, and I've never had this before. And I think it's because I was living in Los Angeles for a long time where there weren't that many pollinated trees and allergies. I don't know. I didn't have them out there. I come home and maybe it's because I'm 49. I just turned 49 March 26th. So maybe it's because, Shane Flint says allergies kick in at 49. I don't know if that's true, but I've never had them like this before in my life. I'm just now buying allergy medicine for the first time. That might be a regular thing I have to do.
Couple things you should get. I've been thinking about getting one. Is that LeBron? What's it called? That
LeBron James?
Thing? No, LeBron James. That thing. It's full of water, and you stick to your nose, and
pour it like that, and it comes out this hole.
They have one that just goes up your nose and then back down, so it shoots water up, and it's all in this container. It's like waterboards you, but you just hold it, and it's hard. And it gets rid of all your. I've been using this little kid non-booger stuff where you stick it up there and you just spray it, and it sprays.
Is that for allergies?
Yeah. It clears you out.
Oh, Well, I'd give it a shot. I'd give
You're
anything a shot.
49
Dude.
now. Now it's time at 49 that you can spend most of the conversations just medical talk of like what stuff you're taking, what ailments you have, and then people can say this is how you fix that. So you've reached that age because
I think I have.
You're on the you're almost you're a year away from playing the back nine.
Oh, that's right.
How I look at it. It's kind of scary when you think about it that way. But you're coming up to the clubhouse where you've just played. You're gonna have a little beer and some food, and then move on to the next phase.
Well, I also feel that. I mean, for the most part, until COVID. I mean, but that's not a huge setback. But I think a lot of people. It seems like we're living longer because medicine's advancing, and we're learning, over time, how to be healthier or whatever. But I feel like it's mostly medicine's advancing. I think I'm going to live longer than, I don't think I'll die at 85 or 86. I think I might make it to like mid 90s.
That's a good goal. Well, you think people are living healthier.
I don't know about that. We have more knowledge of what to do. Not that we do it.
Well, the actual health rate or whatever call it, longevity, it's gone down this year, but maybe because of COVID. But I saw this I was going to bring up, and since you're talking about health, I'll bring it up. American kids now know very little about healthy living. A study in American Health Foundation revealed that American children know very little about. I just repeated that. So here we go. Almost half of kids surveyed thought apple juice had more fat than whole milk. Would you been able to answer that?
I would have said whole milk has more fat, but apple juice has more sugar.
25% of all kids say that they haven't eaten vegetables the day before. I'd be part of that.
Yeah.
When was the last vegetable you ate?
My birthday I had green beans.
Okay, that counts. 24% had eaten no fruit the day before. I don't.
Wow.
And this only and then 15% thought cheese was a good source of fiber.
Angela Scott, yes, we are reading this. So we want you to know we are live. And I'm looking at your comments from time to time. Lisa says make sure the H2O is sanitized. I don't know what that means, but I want you to know I see it. William Shatner just turned 90. He doesn't even look 70.
What do you mean? Are we reading this? Are you saying that I do a bad read?
No. She just wants to. Maybe she doesn't think that we're live right now in the moment. Samuel Fisher just wrote, "I have veggies with dinner about an hour ago." Oh, that's great. My mom made me a birthday lunch, also a Palm Sunday / Easter thing. We had ham, green beans. Corn. Do you like corn, John?
I like corn. Did you know you can take corn on the cob? I saw that I had this happen once and stick it in a Pringles can. You ever do that move?
For what reason?
You put butter in there.
Okay.
And then water, and then you put it and it marinades it. I think
that's genius.
You have to go full Pringle can, not mini bar short. Yeah.
No, wait, hang on. Wait, I need more details. Are we cooking it in the Pringles can, or are we just letting it soak in?
Soak. But have you ever had non-cooked corn? Corn that just soaked in, and you could go butter or water or salt, and you let it soak, but you never cook it for the rawest in the world. I had it once like that, and it was good. And apparently, you get more nutrients out of cornness. I don't know.
Well, I've heard that corn has no nutritional value whatsoever, according to my brother, who I believe because he's a health nut. And he won't eat corn because your body can't digest it either. Apparently, it comes out the way I don't know. But I like it. My mom made me cream corn, and I like cream corn. Oh man, cream corn's great. And then we had what else? It was a good dinner, but I did have some veggies to answer the question. Now I'm loving this. So you take a Pringles can
and you stick the corn cob in the Pringles can. I don't remember much after that because I might have been a little kid.
But we're just marinating corn.
Yeah, in the Pringles.
So you can put whatever you want in there. Like if you want to put some salt, some garlic, So a lot of butter, just get it in there, let it soak.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man.
now that I'm thinking about it, why would you not just put everything in a big bucket? Maybe if you're camping and you have, I don't know why I have that memory. Maybe I was abducted. Maybe
It sounds genius though. I like it because it's like the Pringles can to me, the fact that the Pringles can exist just for potato chips is kind of like, I get it. You don't want to break the chip, but there's a lot of work that goes into that can. You know what I mean? It's a lot. I mean, I don't like wasting Pringles can. If it's a bag of chips, I'm done. I don't think twice about throwing the bag away. It's just a stupid bag. But I look at that can, I'm like, I could use this for something.
Dude, I've been doing that with you go to like Costco, it's just a big plastic container and it's full of like bar nuts that are like hot, or that container.
Yeah.
I won't throw those containers away for some reason. I rinse them out, take the label off, and I have a whole cupboard full of these it's not even like I do mechanical stuff where I need a jar to hold bolts or nuts or washers and this. I just have.
I think maybe that's part of getting old, is that we can't throw things away that we know we could use it for something else. Like I don't like wastefulness of it. My dad does this. Like he would take the lid of any plastic resealable bottle that has a cap. He would cut that part off and then put like a piece of aluminum foil on that. But he'd have a little pill container and he would use it for pills, and he'd put little pills in there and he'd reseal it and put it in his pocket. Have his own little pill carrier.
Yeah, I used to use that stuff. If I was a kid, I would put my Matchbox cars. I used to have containers from our Star Wars figures. They're little guns that they came with.
Yeah.
I think that's what every kid our age used, your parents' Crown Royal bag.
Yes.
That was a good bag.
Yeah.
A lot. And it promoted booze to kids. So every time you were going to play, you
right.
Royal bag. Yeah, maybe that is an older where you start saving stuff. I don't know. I think I might have aged. Can you age out of treats? Like I would eat Pringles.
Oh, wait, we got a private chat. Oh, go ahead. Rob Little is here, and we can bring him in anytime you want. Wait, 8:18. Hey, Rob, hang tight. The guys. Okay, yeah. So if you'd like, John, I can introduce our guest.
I'll have introduce the guest, and then have Alan play the video, and then you introduce Rob, and then we'll jump right back in. He'll be able to catch up.
All right. We have a guest. This guy.
Sorry to interrupt you, John. Is it at a different angle?
Possibly, yes.
Because the girl on the motorcycle or on the car, I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
I've been kind of staring at it because it's right over your shoulder, but I've never seen.
Oh yeah, if I just I don't want to touch the camera, but there's the other one on the poster is hotter than that one.
Well, maybe your head's usually in front. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got to use that.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Okay, so bring.
But you like skin, all right? This next guy also has skin. We have skin. Also, he's a very funny comedian that I've known for quite some time. I met him. I think I met him in Los Angeles, but he's from Michigan, I believe.
Yeah,
that's your state, buddy.
Yeah.
A very funny guy by the name of Rob Little. Alan. Special guest Rob Little in the show. What's up, buddy?
What up, guys? Can you hear me?
Wait a second. Rob, here's what we got to do.
Too loud?
No, it's not too loud. I'm
perfect.
I'm kind of obsessed with people's backdrops. And I like it. So I can't see a lot of the pictures, but it just says fun. It says you're out, you meet people, there's hugs.
Yeah, memories. It's like
because it's the same memories. So that helps me just as a viewer. I kind of like that look. I like how your microphone is coming from a top and coming down with your spit guard. And I also like that you got old school studio things on. So
yes.
Thank you. I can't hear you guys at all for some reason on my headphones.
Oh no! But he heard, but he knew it was kind of a compliment. He said, "Thank you."
Yeah, he just stared. We could have said anything.
Sorry.
Okay, all right, so John, now that we've zoomed out, you can see the other girl.
Oh,
look at that, dude.
Yeah, that for some reason's okay. Like I'm not. Yeah. I just never noticed them.
But Rob Little, can you hear us now?
I can hear you through my computer, but I can't hear you at all on my headphones for some reason.
Oh man, bummer.
That's because on your settings, if you click out, you go to cam mic. There's a input output thingy on there, and switch to your headphones are clicked into your board or your computer. What are your headphones?
They're clicked into my mic, actually.
Okay, so you'll go to your cam. This is like calling your parents when you get a new phone. I'm horrible at this, but your cam mic, the button you should see. If you go to output, look for maybe something that says sure on it. Switch it.
Oh,
baby.
Oh wow, how do we sound now?
Perfect. Now listen,
dude, and he sounds better now.
Now that I've helped you, if you'd be interested in answering a quick 2-question survey at the end of this call, tell me what type of job. Would you say that I fulfilled your question, and would you be willing to give me a 5-star rating on that?
I'm 100% 5-star rating, and I thank you for your effort.
Thank you so much. If you ever do that at the end when you try to get off, and you're like, I got it. Okay,
I just click. Click.
I say, yep, I'll totally do your survey as soon as we're done here, and then I just hang up. Rob, thanks for joining us. Where are you zooming in from today?
I just moved to Florida right when COVID hit. So
wow.
I bought my very first house.
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
What's that?
No, I'm trying to be like 80s morning radio and play sound effects. I had claps for you. So you're no longer in Michigan.
Nope.
Moved to Florida where there's no COVID. They never had COVID.
I don't even know there was COVID. Yeah. Didn't even know.
What area of Florida? Maybe you don't want to say exactly.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm about an hour north of Orlando, and I live on a chain of lakes because I like to fish because we're Michigan boys.
Chain of lakes up of Orlando.
It's the Greater Lakes.
Yeah. Where I'm real close to the Villages, if you've ever heard of those.
Time out. I have so many questions, Rob Little.
Yeah, I do not have a disease yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I've performed at one of the villages a long time ago, number one. Number two, and I didn't know what I was in for, by the way. I thought it was going to be boring and old and stupid, and I had a blast, and they had a blast. Number two, I just saw a great documentary about the villages. I think it's on Amazon Prime right now. I think all of you should check out. And of course, as I'm saying this, I can't remember the exact name of it, but I'll Google it here in a minute. Someone tell me in the comment section.
Not the Village People, because there's probably a thing.
No, the Villages is sort of like. I would say a retirement community for people who want to party.
Yeah, so I don't want to, we don't do bits on here, but it's literally, imagine how you lived when you were 19 or 20 and you're in a dorm full of people your own age, limited income, and you have tests and exams. Now just take that and make everybody 70 and you're back with everybody again. Exams limited, and it's just you don't have jobs because you put in your life of work. It's a straight up party, and then I'll shut up. And Rob, you probably are you gonna end up because you would kill because your act is clean. I would say like it's like mine, cleaner, but the older I get, I'm swearing more. It seems like you would crush it because they have full. Those who don't know there's theaters in these things.
Yes.
And out with pre-COVID, but 1,000 people they seat a lot of people, and they have a full comedy circuit within these villages. So instead of bouncing around like we have improv thing, they just walk to this where they see a show. They laugh. They play pickleball. Then apparently they have crazy sex, and then they come and they're like, I had to FaceTime my grandson. Okay, back to partying, and then they go. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, there's so much to answer in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
One, I just booked it, so I'm doing it coming up. Yeah, I've got it coming up 2 nights in the Villages. And then it's funny you brought up pickleball because I just worked a nudist resort where they all were playing pickleball.
We have to talk about that too.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Pickleball first or nudist? Let's go pickleball first because everybody listening wants to hear the nudity, and I'm going to tease them. That's what I'm doing. I'm
okay. Are you going to talk about pickleball? Because the pickleball was at the nudist resort where I went.
It's your story. I want to hear about it.
Okay. So it was a resort up north, actually, in Annapolis, Maryland. And they see me on a cruise ship and brought me in. And I told them, like, I did a news resort out in LA one time. And they told me you have to have some kind of thing to say that you can perform nude. Right. And if they don't have it, then you're not doing it. And I told Brett Bad, I'm not doing it. And so I get up there and they told me the show starts at 6. So I get there at 5. Show doesn't start till 8. They're feeding me drinks the whole time. You want to take the tour? Yeah, I want to take the tour. So next thing I know, I'm naked taking the tour. Comes time to do the show. They're like, are you going to get dressed? And I'm like, start the music. And I just went up naked.
Wow.
I did it.
Wait,
man.
How much time did you do naked?
So many questions.
Like an hour.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have some. I don't want to be 30 because
wait, John, hang on. Okay. Let me just start with. I have been to a nudist beach several times.
Yeah.
I have been naked. I have done the nudist stuff. I'm not opposed to it. I think it's fun. At first, you go there thinking it's hilarious. This is going to be, and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
But then over time, with drinks, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So you just do it. So, but I couldn't imagine performing nude. Now someone else talk.
Okay, so Rob, eventually there's going to be like CNN questions where I'm going to ask a 4-minute question.
Okay.
I would be so. Okay,
so
I'm gonna go back to one story that happened to me, and then I'm gonna swing back to you.
Okay.
I couldn't think anything more paranoid. I got off stage once, and this was 15, 20 years ago, and these 2 girls came up to me and said, the whole time you were on stage, we were trying to decide if you had a big D, and we don't think so because you have no bulge. They said that to me. Ever since then, to this day, I walk into the bathroom and I stuff my front pockets with as much paper towel to this day in the front to make it to hide it so you don't know. Do I got a bulge?
I didn't know that.
They
That's
traumatized
great.
me so much. I go junk, rip, pocket, junk, rip, pocket, and I stuff my front. And I wear shirts longer because I don't know what my ball. I don't know how you get an 80s band guy ball. Okay, my question, Rob, and this is story. Before you go out there, do you give it a little like a tug?
Yeah, a little chub.
I actually went to the bathroom,
but
chunk, put a little paper towel down there and stuffed it under it, and I kind of to make it stand up. But I no,
like a ballsy.
No, I did. You know, I gotta be honest. I'm probably not the best guy to come out in a show, to do a nudist show, because I'm what they call a grower, I guess. And so the first 5 minutes was just me yelling at it. Just come on, let's have a good showing, like, but the girls were
well, you were heckling your penis?
Yeah, for a good 5 minutes.
That's
good.
Awesome.
But what was really fun was everybody in there, like everybody's naked. So I walked right up. I was already kind of lit, and I walked right up to these ladies in the front because they're sitting they're in their like dance club or something. So there's people sitting on the floor, actual floor, and chairs. So all these ladies, I just walked right up and put my groin right in their face, and I'm like, "You guys ready to start the show?" And they're like, "Ah!" By then, it was just like it didn't matter if I was cute.
this was a Nudist thing, not at like how old were the people in the audience?
Yeah, was this a Villages Nudist thing or like?
No, it was up north, but it was anywhere from like 35 to 85, probably.
Right. Okay.
There was mostly older people.
Yeah,
but a lot our age, John.
If I'm in a gym, right? If there's 3 of us dudes, we go work out and we're in the thing, and we go in the song, I will have a towel around my waist, and I will pull out and change within the. No one's. I don't. Like,
and then Mia Reep will be swinging off to the side.
Yeah,
I think there's something about like when you heard. I think the older you get, the more you don't care about what people think of it. And I'm still only 49. I think Rob, you're 48, 49, and Heff just turned 50. But you've seen the old guys in the locker room. They don't care. It's the younger guys who are hiding in the corner. The older guys don't care. And I think we're in that middle ground where we just don't care. But yeah, that's so you did a gig up north, Annapolis, Maryland, all nude for an hour.
How long before you switched into normal material? Or was it all talking to your dick like the whole time? Right?
45 minutes of talking to it, and then good 10 minutes of material. No, I do a lot of. I started out in improv in Second City in Detroit, so I do a lot of that still. And I played with them a lot, not like games, but like just messing with them and stuff. But I did a lot of material too. I don't know. It seemed like a regular show after you got started.
Awesome. Oh, real quick, because I know some people are wondering. I mentioned a documentary about the Villages. It's called Some Kind of Heaven, and it's on Amazon Prime. Okay, I just had to put that out there. I'm
5 years away from being able to move into one of those places, and it's 100% what I'm going to do.
Well, John, Norm Stoltz moved into it, so he's only like 20 minutes from me right now.
So you guys are both in for it? Oh,
yeah.
You guys together, and that's going to be your competition.
He's kind of lame. He doesn't go out much, but he's old. I'll say that to his face. He's cool.
So you had no clothes on, not even socks and boots?
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. That was the first time I did it. I actually went back a second time. They had me do it a second time, and the second time was the nightmare that you're envisioning.
What happened on that one?
Because I get there and they say, oh, by the way, we got an opening act for you this time. Oh, and guess who it is? It's the most popular guy on the resort's daughter who grew up in this. She lives in New York now, and she's got all these amazing stories about growing up in the Nudist resort. Dude, I'm telling you, there was no way to follow that. I mean, she was crushing with these just stories about growing up and seeing old guys' wieners everywhere. And she was crushing. And did
she perform naked?
Yes.
Oh, that's so distressing.
Yeah. You make eye contact? Like I
look at everything.
That's the fun of it, right?
Yeah, I look at everything.
Is there a merch table afterwards?
There was a merch table. There was.
It can't be clothing. It must be CDs or something.
Yeah, they had to go get their money out of their because they all got a lot of them got homes and stuff. But the second time I went, I played softball with them and pulled my groin running because they're like super into it. And then they're playing pickleball all naked, which that's like a sport you do not want to watch anybody play naked.
I'm nervous I couldn't even imagine. Like even hiding behind the stool, I'm trying to think. What if somebody offered me what's my right? We all figure it out, right? Everybody has a price. So I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I would ever do that. I also said that about Zoom shows when COVID started, right? I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that. Then I'm like, well, okay, how much? But I don't know what my price would be, but let's say that was matched. Yeah. I think
it wasn't even a price at that point. It was a point you're in the moment. Yeah. And I kind of I go, if it's something I've never done before, I'm going to try it. So at that point, I didn't care. I was like, let's go for it.
I thought when you say you had to follow someone, I thought you were going to say, and it was Alonzo Bowden.
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah,
I'm not going up after that guy. Not this way. No way.
Yeah, not this way. No, it was some chick that her stories though. I was like, one of those ones where you're like, oh, I'm not going to do well after this. And I didn't. And then they started heckling me. And then there was a Latina chick that started heckling my dick. Like it was a nightmare.
I feel like that's taboo. I feel like if you're going to be in a nudist colony, you're not allowed to comment on the private parts.
I said that too. I even looked at the head of the resort and I'm like, should not be allowed. She should be gone. But
so how many times have you done nude shows now?
That was just those 2 times, but I've done a lot of swinger events too.
Dude, okay.
Man,
I was going to ask
stories.
At what point earlier I was going to go, okay, at what point did you do the show where they passed the keys but I was just being friendly and decided not to ask you, but now that you did. Side note, are you allowed, when that lady was heckling your dick, are you allowed to heckle back and go,
yeah,
oh, okay, well, we can they have there's ab machines you could, I don't even know what you would, boy. Like, or you would be, I agree with you, John. If somebody's naked in front of you, you're not allowed. You're being a dick.
I was being as nice as I could to her, and then when she started getting nasty, I kind of did back, but I didn't attack her body like she was doing to me. But I kind of went after her after that, and then then they put me up like in a camper on the resort, and I never came out the rest of the night. I just hid in that thing.
Wow. Now, did you do a nude cruise as well?
I've done swinger cruises.
Swinger cruises. So yes. Tell me more about the swingers cruise.
And let's say there's a link you'd want to send us after. I mean, for the sake of the story, just
a good link would be bliss.com. Bliss cruises, Temptation cruises, Pineapple cruises. There's a bunch of them, and I'm actually
I did a NASCAR cruise.
You did a what?
NASCAR cruise.
Yeah. I'm sure that was exciting.
Wait, so back to your swinger cruise. Okay.
I actually am up for Lifestyle Comedian of the Year right now because I've done so many of them. But they're really it's not that. How do I say it? Those are really fun, and it's about being seen really at those because they have theme nights and they all dress up for it, and it's like one night I was supposed to perform on BDSM night, and I had an outfit for it. And they ended up I did. And I was gonna they moved my show to pajama night. So I came out in my pajamas and said, I'm supposed to perform on BDSM night. And I started stripping down to the BDSM outfit.
Are there pictures of this?
Oh, I got tons of pictures. Yeah. And and they went crazy. It was awesome.
Email them to the link that got you here.
Put
them on your phone.
Well, I sent him the link, but hey, Alan Jackson, I don't know if you want to be seen with this group, but if you could pop in here or at least give Rob somehow your email.
I see it.
You have to. Well, I'll talk, Rob. If you have to scroll, he's got
it. I'm good at this.
He got it in the comments in the private chat. Okay, good. Well, while that's happening, I can share some nude stories as well.
Really,
John Heffron, unless you had something to say.
I have about 1 billion questions because I hate doing second show Friday at 10:30, let alone a theme show, let alone a naked or leave with somebody else thing. So the BMI, ASCAP, whatever night it is. We used to live, me and my buddy Joel. I don't know why this lived underneath this lady of the night's house. In Los Angeles. She was a hooker, and she was annoying, and she was about 100 years old. And her clients would park in our spot. So we'd always, when this is in Beverly Hills, you'd see somebody's car was there, and there was no street parking. So you'd always have to run, knock on her door, and go, he's got to move the car, or we're calling the cops. It was a thing.
Oh, wow.
One day, she didn't change. So we had one laundry machine for all the units. She didn't swap out her stuff. So we needed to go somewhere. Me and Joel were going to go out, and Rob, Joel Zimmer. So we wanted to swap out the stuff. So Joe goes and knocks on her door, and whatever her name was, says, you gotta swap out your stuff. It's in the washer. So she comes down with this guy, and we're just waiting for her. And she has a dog collar around, and then the guy has a sweatshirt on, but you see his dog collar, and you see a leash is coming out of the side of his hoodie. So they were all guarded up, threw on clothes to come and swap out the thing. And I was 20 something. I remember just looking at Joe going, is that guy wearing a leash? And then he looked at me, his face was like super red, and he put stuff in the dryer, and then he ran upstairs.
Wow.
Okay, so anyway, so let's hear you.
I sent you a couple, but I sent you like the tame ones.
Okay.
Okay, so Rob has sent our producer, the Alan Jackson, some pictures. While Alan is prepping that, I can share some pictures of me at a nude beach. Rob, have you ever been to Little Beach in Hawaii?
Yes, I actually have. Is that the one? Yes. Is that on Oahu or on Maui?
That's Maui. Maui has a nude beach called Little Beach.
Yeah, it's my beach.
And I've been there several times. And
wow.
Yeah, I just, the first time I went, it was sort of a goof. And then you're like, oh, I don't know anybody here, so who cares what they think of it, right? So I could never perform stand-up comedy nude. I couldn't do that. So hats off to you there. I know it's already off, everything off. But I couldn't do that for fear of just what it looks like moving around, and everyone's looking at me in that moment. At a nude beach, there's so many things to look at. You feel like, you know, maybe someone might just glance over you with their eyes, and it's not a big deal. But it's shocking when you first see tons of nude people everywhere, and you're the weird one for wearing clothes.
Yeah, that's 100% true. You know, it's shocking to me, John, that you wouldn't do it, because when I was starting out, John was like the huge name in Detroit, right? Everybody loved John. He's the man, right? So
John
to me,
Heffron.
I thought it was fearless. And then to hear this, I'm like, oh, wow. All right. I'm shocked you won't do it.
I'll take my shirt off right now, guys. I don't care.
I can't think of anything scarier. I don't even wear untucked shirts because I don't feel long enough to cover up my nads.
Hey, the Alan Jackson, throw up some of my nude pictures. I'll share some with you. Here's some.
You guys.
Oh yeah. So here's me with some. I'm in the middle, and there's just some people I met on the nude beach in Maui, Little Beach, and we're all naked there.
Nice.
And then there's another one I think I have.
Okay, that's the thing.
But I've got, like, you know, I didn't have the smiley face, and I'm holding a can of beer. Just FYI, John Heffron, I'm not holding my junk. Okay, that's good. The Alan Jackson.
Back then, though, you're doing some push-ups and stuff. Like,
you look good, man.
You look like you're a little yoked. Or is that just?
Oh, thank you.
How many push-ups did you do before you went outside on that day?
I think it's the fake tan that I had on. The fake tan made me look good.
I'm looking for the pictures of me because there was a guy like holding his arm up that just happens to cover my stuff.
Oh, well, Alan has them ready if you want to show them. Are you ready, Rob?
My Nudist ones I'm showing. I'm trying to find.
Oh, okay. Well,
these were the one.
Alan has some that you sent him already. If you want to, show
those are from the
fans only account. Comic. You guys should.
All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay. What is this, Rob?
So that was glow night. They had like themes every night. So that was glow night. I had actually a lot more stuff than that, and
also known as ecstasy night.
That shirt's actually it's like constantly moving too. So it was pretty sweet.
Oh, that looks cool.
So
here we go.
That was Pimp and Hoe night.
Which one are you here?
I'm the one with the big boobs.
So this is the cruise?
Yeah, that was the Bliss Cruise is what they call that one.
Okay.
No, I'm not want to be house cleaning on that cruise.
Okay, that's my BDSM outfit right there.
You got nice legs, Rob.
Oh, my calves are monsters, man. That's what's my moneymaker. But that zipper,
you look like Right Said Fred.
What
Right there. I'm too sexy for my. Yeah.
What you can't see from behind is it's pure mesh, so it's completely see-through in the back. But in the front, that zipper, girls kept trying to pull it down all the time, and
I'm offended.
Yeah, sorry.
Let me ask you about the socks. What's up with the socks?
Those are Cohort socks. He got those
because I was in pajama night and I had these big like biker boots on for the BDSM thing. I took them off while I was performing so I could get the pajamas off. So that's why I didn't put the shoes back on.
I see. So it's not part of the BDSM outfit. It's just left over from. I didn't know if they were chainmail sort of mesh socks that you had on. Oh man, but that's hey. Oh, look here.
That was an outfit I stole from Carnival, and I wore. Actually, they got like a bin down below where you could just grab stuff, and I'd made one of the seamstresses like sew it all up for me, and that was like like just sailing night or something, whatever they called it. Yeah, it was fun though.
Good times. See, I met you. I think I met you in Los Angeles, even though you're from Michigan.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I met you in LA. We were doing gigs around the same time at Dublin's.
Yep.
All over Los Angeles. And I remember just thinking this is not only a hilarious guy, but just a fun dude to be around. And but I didn't know this side of you. So this
side of me wasn't around back then. It was just kind of came about when I was working a cruise one time, and these people came up and said, "Hey, would you work our cruise, our charter?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, you don't even know what it is." And I'm like, "You're paying me, right?" And they said, "Yeah." And then they said, "It's a swingers cruise." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't care."
I was in Colorado at Comedy Works, and there was a group, a swingers group, that they wanted to make sure that the whole crowd knew the whole show. And they were literally the most annoying people a group of people I've ever seen.
Oh, that's too bad.
I get it. You guys swap because your connection with each other. Like,
right.
I was annoyed that they thought it was a do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But how was the cruise though? Like, what was it? A fun group?
Oh my God. I've done like probably 6 of them now, and they're always a blast. I'm actually trying to.
Sorry. Have you ever done? Are there opposite cruises of that? Is there like a crochet and macrame cruise that we don't know about?
There is probably a Pinterest cruise.
Is there like a knitting cruise or a scrapbooking cruise?
Yeah.
I'll do that. I think that would be more my speed.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I just did one right. The last gig I did before COVID was a nudist swingers cruise.
Rob, I feel like this could be your, like, you know how people like get a niche going. Like I'm sort of like, you know, the country rednecky, you know, I'm in that realm, and Heffron is that 80s kid. He's like the regular guy. His last comics. I feel like you could be the first, there was the unknown comic, right? Who had a bag on his head. You could be the nude comic. Would you ever do a nude comedy special?
Okay. Now I was living in New York City in 2017. And there was a bar there that did nude shows, and there was no way in heck I was going to do them.
Mm-hmm. Would you shoot a special though? Let's
no, I would not shoot a special nude.
Yeah, me either.
No
way.
We'll have a price.
What's that?
If you're making Eliza money to do a special, you guys seriously? If somebody came to you, right? And like in the crowd was that, to me, it seems like that would be a thing, because comedy now is like, what's your
niche?
You know, I think comedy is going to a very 80s rock feature where a lot of people get specials. You'll look back and go, yeah, that was like Winger. Like, how was that even a thing? So you might as well jump on the do one, or like that seems like that would be a good show. I'd follow you, Rob, if you start doing, not like, that would be interesting if you bounced around those type of events and you would perform and you just kind of became whatever that event.
I mean, if I saw a special on Netflix, right, and it said all nude comedy.
Yeah.
But then I show up.
I would give it at least 5 minutes just to see what this is. but people would watch it, and Netflix would be one of the places that could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather see, of course, Eliza or Temi Pascatelli or, but that would be interesting.
You know what's crazy is I just cleaned up my computer this week and I just put all those pictures somewhere else because I got a ton more from this last cruise I did too, that different outfits and stuff.
I'm doing a cruise coming up November 6th through 11th. I started doing my own cruise. It's called Reeps Peeps. Well, not the whole boat. It's Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas, but it's a package that you can buy.
Yeah.
No pun intended. My package is not for sale because I'm in love with Jody. But there is a package called the Reeps Peeps Comedy Cruise, November 6th through 11th. We go out of Florida, Port Canaveral, and we're doing comedy, karaoke, and a podcast. And we're going to a private beach in Haiti. And I actually love cruises. I've not done a lot of them until I did one called the Country Music Cruise a while back. And I did that one like 3 times. John's done the NASCAR cruise. But I've never really looked at cruises as like a thing, but I actually love them.
Well, unlike you guys, I didn't make it as far on Last Comic, so I do a lot of them. I've done probably 200 cruises now.
Wow.
You like that?
I didn't say that.
Right.
It's what I have to do, man, to survive now.
Well, we all have hustle.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with doing cruise ships? I mean, look at this. You're on a cruise ship and you're seeing the world and you're getting paid for it. What is wrong with that?
It's nice to go home. It's now, you know what I mean?
How have you felt Rob, over this? I don't know if you're bouncing back and forth, but this last year you were probably home because you're a road guy. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, John, you're probably home for this last year more than you've probably been in 20 years. I'm wrong on that.
You're 100% right.
Now that things are starting to ramp back up, part of me is going, how am I going to get back to that running speed that I was at for 30 years, if I even ever do?
Right.
It might reset my mind where I'm like, I'll go a couple weeks a month, but I don't got to sprint anymore because I don't.
Well, the year before, I only had 10 days off the whole year. I was going from cruises to clubs, back and forth. So I only had 10 days off the whole year. So this in 2020, I bought a new house and I renovated the whole thing. So for 10 months, I didn't turn on a TV. I didn't know anything going on in the news. And I literally learned so much, and I lucked out with cool neighbors that taught me a bunch of stuff. I'm a tool guy now. I've been hired to do handiwork for some people. It's crazy how much I've learned. But the very first day I fell through the ceiling. I electrocuted myself several times.
What about this? Have you thought of nude handyman? Where you just walk in and you fix people's ceilings?
If you watch Some Kind of Heaven on Amazon Prime, I don't know why I'm plugging it, but there's an old dude who's trying to hook up with the rich ladies who live at the villages, but he still thinks he's a playboy. And he's like, well, I do handiwork. I used to work in Hollywood. Like, he's trying to sell himself. He lived in a van naked, like it was trying to get in there. Oh my gosh, you have to watch it. So there is Nude Handyman. I'm sorry, I had to interject.
Wow. I guess I'll look into it. Mm-hmm. Hey, can I backtrack though? I'd like to, talk about something nice instead of all my nude stuff I've been doing.
That's fascinating, but yes.
We have a thing for you, Rob.
Enough time for me, and bye-bye, Rob.
He has a bumper he wants to play.
Yeah, this is what we do when we reset.
Okay. Heffron and Reep. Subject change.
Nice. So I was on Last Comic and I was on the year Josh Blue one, but I only made it a few rounds, and something really cool happened out of it. I got contacted by the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and a girl outside of Cleveland had an inoperable brain tumor. They flew me out. I thought it was a joke at first, but they flew me out, and they had all these TV and newspaper there, and they're like,
"What's your name, Robin or something, Rob? Like Given?" Rob.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know about her?
I followed that story, or I remember during that era. Like I don't know why her name popped in my head.
Wow, good memory, man. She I got out there and they asked me, what do you think she picked you as her Make-A-Wish? And I goes, I think she wasted her Make-A-Wish. I mean, Brad Pitt could be here right now. Just email me and I would have showed up. But I ended up staying a week and her mom looked and cooked like Paula Deen. And it was amazing. It was such an awesome experience. And I don't know many comics that could say they got to do a Make-A-Wish for somebody. I know Brian Regan did too.
Did I hear Robin Givens?
Not the thing. I remember that story because I remember seeing, we must be mutual friends or Rob. I don't know if she's from Michigan, but I just
right there. That's her.
Yeah. I'm friends with her on Facebook. Or
her name is Robin.
I don't know. I guess I haven't seen the. I don't even know what.
Okay.
I just guessed.
I was confused. I'm sorry. I heard Robin Givens, and
it's very close. But she ended up, getting really bad. Her meds changed, and she totally turned into somebody else, and it sucked. It sucked because she was an awesome person. Yeah.
Wow.
But
anyway,
you were
subject change.
But you were someone's Make-A-Wish.
Isn't that cool,
Robin? That is pretty dang cool, dude.
Thanks, man.
And did you do a good job though? Did you make her wish? I mean, did you do
I was
well?
only supposed to stay a couple hours, and I stayed a whole week for Christ's
Well, there you go. Well, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's amazing.
It was neat.
So what's on the horizon now? You're in Florida. You got a new place. Do you have a podcast you do yourself?
I do. I just started one. Perfect timing. Why didn't we do it during the pandemic?
I know.
Do you guys know? I don't know if you know Tommy Ryman out of Minnesota. He's a comic I used to bring on the road with me forever, and then he blew up with his dry bar, and so now he's headlining everywhere, and it's going really well for him. And we're like best friends. And I did his wedding for him, and I got ordained to do his wedding. So we're just super good buddies, and it's called A Little Tomfoolery with Rob Little and Tommy Ryman.
Oh, cool. And that's just everywhere you could get a podcast?
Nope, it's just starting. So we're still banking them right now.
But I'm just looking at your equipment. You've got the awesome looking studio. You've got the awesome. So you know what? I mean, you're ready to roll, it looks like, and you've done a couple. We're
trying. Yeah, we got a few in the bank already, but we're still growing. Yeah, some growing pains.
Go ahead, John Heffron. I know you're ready.
I know he's antsy. I can tell.
No, I know. I forgot. I've had 7,000 questions in my head.
Right. And you don't have any right now?
No, I was going to ask some about Rob's performed a lot in Michigan. He's done a lot of stuff kind of up north. And now that I'm back in Michigan,
you want me to pass you on some people?
Yeah. If you could get Yoder's number. Can you get
Yoder's number? You brought up Ann Arbor, and I know that was your home club, and you would crush every time there. And my third time on stage was performing there, and you know how Roger is with time, and it was an open mic.
Yeah.
And I would say the girl's name, and you would know her in a heartbeat, but she was going way long, and this is my third time on stage, and so Roger, she ended up doing like 20 minutes when she was only supposed to do 5. And Roger comes up to me and he's like, you got 2 minutes. And I had no idea how to adjust. So I just said everything as fast as I could. And it was crickets. And I was like, I'll never play there again. But now I headline it too. So it's cool to go back. And I always remind Roger of that stupid story.
It's funny about that place, John. So it was called the Main Street Comedy Showcase when I started 30 years ago. And I told you that story, John, of how I got started there. They had open mic. I'd sit in the crowd. There's a hot waitress, and she would always talk to us and go, we have open mics on Tuesday. Do you guys want to sign up? And we were trying to impress her. Mm-hmm. So we all said, yeah, we'll do it. And that waitress was Lucy Liu, the actress.
Was it really?
Liu, yeah.
What?
Then we all signed up, and I think she graduated from U of M like the next week. So we never saw her again. Or something, but she's the reason why I said, yeah, I'll do it. And that club used to, for your intro, when the show started, and I'd MC every other weekend, they would play the theme for Hawaii 5-0, the dun 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 dun, dun, dun. And then Roger like, welcome to the Main Street Comedy Showcase tonight. We have Haywood Banks, and he would just whoever that like I would
toast.
Yeah, he's so. We gotta have Haywood on. He was the funniest human beings. But I would always host, and I was just so nervous back then. I'd wear sweater vests, and I'd have the names of the intros on this comment card, and I would get so nervous during that song. And then you'd walk up. That I was flipping through TV recently, and that TV show came on, and it was the beginning. And I heard dun 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 dun. My heart jumped out of my chest, and I'm like, I don't know who I'm supposed to introduce. Who am I supposed to featuring? How much time am I doing? Who's the upcoming acts? I got so nervous just from hearing that song.
Yeah,
this weekend, by the way.
Dude, I didn't know that about Lucy Liu. Maybe I did and I forgot, but that's pretty dang cool. Have you tried to contact her and just to thank her?
So that happened, and then I was gonna sublease her apartment in New York. Like when I was trying to decide if I'm going to move from Detroit to maybe LA and we talked on the phone for a bunch, and then nothing. And I probably told the Lucy Liu story a billion times on big radio things, and people have tweeted her and not even like no love back. So it's one of those things where one, who cares? I was 19 years old, but I wouldn't want that memory ruined if she was douchey to me. I just like the story. She literally dictated my entire life with one push of, do you guys want to sign up for open mic on Tuesday? Who knows? If she didn't say that, I have no skill. I don't know what I'd be doing.
Wow.
However, she propelled my life into whatever it is. Every human being that's in my life, minus my family, I probably met via comedy somehow.
Yeah.
Butterfly affect it and go, what would have been if,
Now, how far is Ann Arbor where you started, John Heffron, and where Rob? Did you start in Michigan?
Yeah, I started same exact clubs John did. I started actually the first time in Livonia at Joey's Comedy Club.
Okay.
It was my first time. But yeah,
Comedy
Bill Hildebrandt taught me, John. So he's my Lucy Liu.
Did you, Rob? Let me ask you. Did you ever you've been out of Michigan for a little bit.
A lot, yeah.
Okay, then I was gonna ask you ever performed at the South Lion Hotel that had comedy. I'm trying to get Jon Reep to go to my hometown of South Lion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Swap each other's hometowns.
Isn't that Zach Martin that books that?
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get. So I was trying to convince John to come to my hometown.
We're gonna do a thing where we're swap towns, where he comes to Hickory and performs, and I introduce him to my crowd and my favorite restaurants and the place, my first kiss, and where I got my ass whipped for the first time, and vice versa. I go to his place and do the same thing.
Reep, I feel like you and I grew up in a very similar town, because I grew up in a town with one light, and it's got one cafe, and actually they just named a sandwich after me in my hometown, which is pretty cool. The Rob Little Steak Sandwich. It's awesome. But we're
kidding.
Like, it's time.
John,
It's cheese.
I don't have a sandwich. No.
Not even in Hickory I don't have one.
No, but I'm running for mayor of Hickory.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
They asked me to run too. We should totally run together.
Hickory asked you to run?
My hometown. My hometown.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm hosting the debate between you guys.
Rob, you should run. Let's both run together. When is the next time you can run? Let's see what happens.
I should totally.
Well, you're not there.
I know
anymore.
I'm not there. Are you in Hickory still?
Well, I moved back here about almost 3 years ago now, because my dad had a stroke, and he's in a skilled nursing facility. Mom's never lived by herself. I thought I'd come home, and I miss my family. Then a pandemic happens and you can't really hit the road. So I came back here for mostly miss my family, and all that stuff happened. But I left Los Angeles in about 3 years ago now.
I left LA too to take care of my mom. I left in 2011.
Wow.
And that's when I had to move back and take care of her for like 5 years. And I finally got to the point, I said, if you don't get better, we're going to just have to put you down. Because this is and she started doing way better all of a sudden.
Oh, good. Okay,
yeah.
good. I didn't know how it ended. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. We both have similar stories then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
We should both run for mayor, and we should both get credit for coming home and taking care of family.
Do you remember this too? I contacted you one time. I don't know if you remember, when you were the Hemi guy, they were going to have a second guy be a Hemi guy too.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
and
I do.
I was in I had 3 callbacks for that.
Yes.
And I thought I got it, and then I don't know what happened. It just like,
dude, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'm so happy you brought this up.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm going back and forth with you. I'm like, what do I got to do? What do they want to see?
There were, I think this must have been around. So I did 6 of these commercials. This was probably around number 5, right? So the guy who played my sidekick in all those commercials, good guy named Todd Gibbenheim, an actor, not a comedian. He's not a people person.
Really?
He doesn't like, he has cystic fibrosis, like for real. And so traveling was like a big deal for him. And, he was just sort of like, he didn't want to keep doing these commercials for what they were paying him. And he was like, I'm not doing it anymore. And they said, well, if you don't agree to be in this last commercial, we'll kill your character off. And they did. That last commercial with him, I don't know if you remember this. I jump off of a truck. I jump out of the duster that we're in onto a truck that's carrying. It's a car carrier truck that has other cars on it. Mm-hmm. I climb out of the window of the duster, jump on that, and then pull off a cover of a new truck. That cover gets on the duster I was driving with him in it. He flies off of a cliff. And that's the last you ever see of that character.
Wow.
So they killed him off. I mean, normally in a commercial, if someone gets injured, there's a half a second where they pop up and they dust themselves off and everything's. You never see that. It's the only time anyone's ever died in a commercial. And so they killed his character off. And they thought, let's just make it open to the public and everyone will audition the new sidekick to Jon Reep's Hemi guy, whatever. They had ads in magazines. It was a national campaign. Not just you, my buddy John Gottsick, I was trying to get in there as well. I don't know if you remember
so
John
you really
Gottsick.
weren't helping me. Okay, that's probably
but I remember you were asking about it. But there was you, there was John Gottsick, and they finally picked a girl. And me and this girl, they wanted her to be rednecky. And then me and this girl did a couple of commercials together and they never aired. So the person who won, this girl, you never saw it. And they should have picked you, Rob.
Me or God Nuki
John
or whoever.
Gottsick.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gottsick, very funny comedian, is a friend of mine from Kentucky who was living in LA at the time. You probably ran into him. He's a bald guy. It looks like you a little bit.
I probably seen him at the meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's just crazy how that worked out. That's so you didn't miss anything because nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Where did a commercial that they would knock somebody off like that? Like, I'm trying to think of commercials where I'm used. I guess the Progressive Flow, whatever. If one of the characters on that, isn't there, I'm not going to be like questioning it. Like I'm watching a Netflix series, like Sons of Anarchy. Like, what happened to that guy?
Right.
The 2 Sonic guys, which I think they did replace. Those 2 guys in the
they were funny.
They're 2 and I did
2 improv comic.
If they just swapped out one, I don't know if I'd question it, but I don't know.
I mean, they were trying to make it. They were making it a public event. They were trying to make it something, and it started. It started from Todd not budging and saying, "I'm not going to do it for that price. I'm done with you." And they said, "Well, we're done with you."
Weren't those shows? I don't know if this is boring talk. Weren't they union or scale? Like it's not even
it started at scale, but
residuals like a crap ton.
Yeah, I mean, he would.
I would just bang him out. It's a day. You just bang it out. You have health insurance for.
He was okay. Honestly, he was getting. I think he was getting upset that it wasn't Favored Nations.
Favored Nations being everybody's making the.
I had a better agent, and I was the one with the more lines. I was the face. It was getting to be a lot more me and less him. And I think he didn't like that. And I think
didn't know there was another guy but you.
Bam.
To be honest, yeah.
Well, I just want to thank you for the closure, Reep, because it's been 20-some years and I was like still waiting for the call.
Dude, I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't know. Oh man, this is crazy.
Wait, speaking of hold on. Speaking of closure, Rob, did I was telling Reep before did we get in a little argument like almost 20 years ago? If you want closure,
you and me?
Yeah. Do you remember? I do, and I've carried it with me. And
oh my God. I don't remember at all.
John, is this something you want to say?
Okay.
Were you being a jerk to me?
Have I ever been a jerk though? Just for people who don't know.
For 100%.
All right, John, what was the thing when Alan Jackson quit and didn't do trivia, which Rob and John are going to do, FYI.
Oh no.
So Rob Allen, who produces the show, I would do trivia with him. And then quit one day. He said he wanted to spend time with his family. He didn't want to be on air with us doing trivia with John. So so then we played the sad sorry music, and then Jon Reep, we played the same music. He apologized to somebody in high school. Who's the guy that you bullied?
Oh, there's a couple. Yeah. Brad.
No, I'm gonna apologize to you, Rob, and you won't even know why. But I'm going to apologize to you.
All right.
First of all, hey, before you start this, I want to say this is great because Rob's not hanging on to this. Rob has no idea what you're about to apologize for, which is a good thing, and that should relieve you already, John Heffron. You should already be relieved that
Reep, relax. I do know, so let's let him hear it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh!
Okay. Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, it's annoying. All right, Rob. Back when Facebook first came out,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And when people would upload pictures, Facebook made it so you upload one picture at a time, and then it would scroll. And if somebody uploaded, let's say 5 pictures in a row, it would take up your entire feed. And you'd scroll and you'd go, why is this person posting so much?
And somebody would probably post 50 pictures in a row.
So, Rob, I know you were excited about your new headshots. And you felt that everybody needed to see all 50 of them and posted them. I said a comment, something about, we've seen enough pictures, dude.
Yeah.
It was none of my business. If it made you happy to post all those pictures, then who am I to stop your happiness? I think, Mom, maybe your fans, as you told me, your fans wanted to see them. You don't know me, bruh. So I apologize.
That's great.
Did I really say that?
I apologize for saying anything. I don't normally lash out, but it was 2009. I was probably tired. I was probably traveling a lot.
And I can totally relate with you, John, because I'm at that point now. Now, if I saw somebody do that, I'd be like, pick one and post it. Not all of them. But I think I'm such an excitable dude that I was just like, oh my God, I got new stuff. Look at them. And now that you said that, I was like, oh, I do remember. But you know what? I was you were very intimidating. So it was very intimidating to me. So when you would say something, I was like, oh, I am doing something wrong.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I kind of, you don't know tone in the comments. And this was back when you kind of weren't used to commenting on people's stuff because everything was so new. This is when Facebook like just came out. New.
That was it Facebook or was that MySpace?
Maybe I have. Sometimes our memories are completely wrong. It was one of them, and so I apologize for leaving a comment. You're a free person and allowed to post as many pictures as you would want.
Hold on, I'm going to your Facebook right now to just post some stuff.
Yeah, post some. Like nowadays, you could have made an Instagram story of all of that, and it would have been acceptable when you see with the ... So again,
well, maybe like Rob, were you just like thinking, well, I'm just going to upload all these and then I'll choose one to share later, and you didn't know it was like coming out all at once?
No, I knew I was posting them all. But like I got a lot of like I hate saying it, but my mom was like, let's see them. And so I was just letting everybody see them, but I didn't know they were coming out one at a time on your time feed.
It was new to Facebook. Facebook doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, but that was when it first came out. So if you uploaded 30, you would see 30 pictures.
Wow. I really thought there was going to be like one of 10 other things you could have apologized for, but yeah, that was one. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you need to confess, John, while we're here?
No, I'm good with anything else. Anytime I get him off stage. He's too high energy for me. By the way, so good. That feels good to let that go.
Thank you.
Parody of what's that country song? I know this is really old. This is a super old bit of yours.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I still do it.
Oh, you still will.
Sometimes
there's clubs not crush. Like I would see the audiences. I haven't seen you do it nude, but you know
it crushes double nude.
You would do the next time. But what's that country?
It's Before He Cheats, and I wrote, and then I have my own version of it.
Oh, nice! I haven't seen this. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it never not crushes. And then you'll go to a dual and piano bar, and there'll be a guy singing my song, my version. And it's like, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Is that version online somewhere? Do you have it as a YouTube clip anywhere?
It might be. It's one of those things where it's your closer, so you don't normally put it up. But I got
that's how I saw
very first version of it. Like the very first time I ever did it, I put it up, and then I
find that and play it. Well, would we get dinged on YouTube? Probably, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but like you would.
Well, I'm just saying we could tell people to go check it out somewhere. We have to share it here.
I might have put the version. I got it on my one of my DVDs, so it's
nice.
Yeah.
We get dinged. It's a parody.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and I didn't use her music. I used karaoke versions and stuff. Yeah,
we find it or.
Who sings that? The original, I forgot.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, so it's not.
No, we could play it. We could totally.
Well, I'm just saying it's not even that old. It's not from the 80s. That's like
it's old. I've been doing it. It feels old.
And I love the different version, like not versions. He does the guy's point of view of that story, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah,
well, I'd like to see this.
He comes and crashes his car. Well, I don't want to even.
Actually, I think I did a music video for it too, and that's online somewhere.
Well, can we?
Alan.
Well, is it on your website, Rob? I know you have a website.
I don't know. I'm like John. I haven't been on my website.
But if people want to check your website, it's roblittle.com.
Correct.
There are tour dates there.
It's the very first. It's actually the very first video on my videos link.
Oh.
Send that link to
Alan, before he cheats, before Rob cheats. Yeah.
Yep.
We can play that for the people and they can hear it. How about this? How about you guys want to do? I'll do trivia with you guys, and then we'll try to find that. We'll play that, John, and then that's how we end the show on a big.
Okay,
we've already gone longer than we normally do, Rob, because we love you, and this is.
Maybe we'll do this more often then, huh?
Exactly.
Well, I want to hear all your village stories, so we're gonna ask.
Well, I hope you guys will come and do our podcast too one day too.
Perfect.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Want to do a quick trivia? Why we find that?
Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm sending Alan a text message to his phone, and then maybe Alan can find a way to play it at the end.
Let me just say that version. I did it in studio on a radio station, so there's no crowd. Like when you got the crowd, sounds way better, and my singing voice is horrible. So that version's not the best, but it's the music video of it. So it's
on your website, so it's fair game.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
All right. Before Rob cheats, I like it. All right. So what you got for us, Heffron?
Okay. So what's this thing? No, I'm on a different song. What's this one? No, sorry. Hold on. What's this one? Hold on. Okay. Here's it. Here we go.
Are we doing music trivia?
Trivia questions. There's gonna be 5 questions. I'm gonna ask you. We can see who wins out of 5. Best out of 5 wins. Loser has to send the other comedian merch. If you got a hat, shirt, you'll have to send it to Jon Reep. So far, Jon Reep lost, I believe, to whoever we played and had to send some country-ish. Jon Reep's award-winning podcast.
Oh, I hope I win then.
Side hustle from this one. Basically, because John's played it before, Rob, I'm going to ask you a question, but at the very end, there's going to be a hook. So you got to give a moment, and I'm going to show the card to the camera, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. No, actually, I'll do a bonus one. All right, so
John, do you tell them that we chime in with your name?
Yeah, you chime in, Rob. So you would be Rob, John would be John, unless you guys wanted to switch it up.
So the buzzer is just you going, Rob. Okay.
Yep, got it.
I would ask a state or province, and then I would go ending in D. So I'm going to switch it up. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then there's going to be something weird like this.
Okay.
Okay. You got that?
We'll try it. Let's
see what happens.
Let's try it. Yeah.
So this is practice one.
Okay.
Something you do every day, beginning with G.
John.
Gargle.
Gargle. There we go. So you see how that works, Rob?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I was gonna say garden, but that isn't every day.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the first question. Best out of 5 wins. I'm gonna need a reptile or amphibian containing only 3 syllables.
Rob. Syllables.
Rob with the first go-to. A reptile, amphibian.
Alligator.
Alligator.
That's 4.
I'm from the south now. Alla is 1.
That's a good one.
I'm going lizard, gecko, dinosaur.
That's okay. Jon Reep squeaking by with a technicality, although that one's pretty iffy.
He had plenty of time too.
Yeah, that's true.
And we walked into it. That's okay. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna need a hobby beginning with a C. Hobby.
Rob
with a C. Rob.
Crochet.
Rob coming in with crochet. A callback from earlier. That may exist. Crochet or macrame. 1-1, everybody. Very exciting. So, I'm need next a menu item beginning with a D. Menu item beginning with a D. Jon Reep.
A menu item beginning with D. That would be
Rob.
Or I don't know.
Rob, I'm gonna give it to you.
Diet Coke.
Oh,
it's on the menu.
I know. I'm disappointed in both of us. There's probably way better ones.
Yeah,
that we're not thinking of. I couldn't think of it. Duck.
Me neither.
Okay,
Someone said duck.
Here's another question. I'll keep moving along because if I wait too long, John starts to get mad and goes, "Can we move it along?" So I'm gonna talk fast. Here we go. I need a country beginning with an M. A country beginning with an M. Rob.
Madagascar.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it a country though?
That's what I was wondering.
3.
Let's just go with it. Rob wins.
Nobody. I'm gonna save it. Nice job, Rob. Jon Reep will send you some merch. We don't have any Heffron and Reep stuff, but he'll send you.
Wait, we need to check up on that, dude. Do we have T-shirts or not?
I thought we did.
Do we need to contact him? Follow up with him?
We got to follow it up. Yeah.
Am I doing that or are you doing that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll see him on Clubhouse tonight or something if I go on there.
Okay.
Chit-chatting.
You talking about your T-shirt guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant me. I was like, I'm not gonna do them.
Do you have T-shirts, Rob?
No, not anymore.
What do you sell as merchandise?
Just my DVDs.
Oh, very good.
4 of them.
Yeah.
And those would probably kill it now that if you perform at the Villages, because that age group still has DVDs.
Still has DVDs. Or the younger group have PlayStations. That's the other way.
that's a smart move. Or you do all those swinger ships, just sell wipes. Okay, so we got to. So if we have the video of just that song, we'll probably play the video and we'll just go. We'll say our goodbyes now, and we'll play just a moment of that video, Jon Reep, and then we'll end it. Do you want to do that?
Let me double check with the Alan Jackson. I sent him a text. I haven't heard anything in private chat or a text. The Alan Jackson, can you let me know if you have Rob Little's? Let's go to private chat. He's got it. Okay. Rob is in the private chat too. I love this.
Yeah.
All right. So, John, I'll let you end it. We'll just go out with Rob Little's before Rob cheats, if you think. What do you think?
I say we go to it for a little bit and then we come back to us.
Okay. Well, let's do that then.
I don't know. Okay. So here's so you
guys miss the best part of it at the end.
Oh, right. So, okay, we're just gonna watch it together.
This is
I
fun.
don't want to watch this with you.
Oh, hang on.
You got minutes.
Well, I'm glad that there's a male.
Do we need a setup? Oh,
It's just what happens with a guy when after she beats his truck up.
Yeah,
So he's like, what is he gonna do?
this is the.
I love Rob Little.
So this is a girl back in my hometown. That's a bit of a tramp. And then this one was more of a tramp.
But they both said yes to doing the video.
This song,
so
though,
that's
to
good.
set it up. This is Carrie Underwood song before he cheats, where she trashes the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we talk over it sometimes, that would help us not get flagged, probably, even though it's Rob's
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, I don't think yeah, we will, but dude, there's some.
Don't mind my singing.
Right now, the bar's closing up, and I'm heading to my truck with this bleach on closing. Right now, I see the damage you did. My knees get weak and my stomach gets woozy. Right now, I know you're at your best friend's house talking about all the shit you did to me. But you don't know
Yeah.
that I'm taking this bitch back to your house and she'll suck my dick on your brand new couch. Then I'll take her back to the bedroom where you sleep. Wow. Gonna read
Okay. Rob, yeah.
She's rolling her eyes. Maybe next time you'll think before you fuck with me.
Sorry.
Oh, maybe next time you'll think.
That's my
before you
house where I
fuck
grew up.
with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Watch
like,
it.
oh, I see. It's in between the house and the garage. Oh, look at that. Wait, how long ago was this?
That was 2016 or something like that.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What'd you shoot that all on?
I had some guys out of Chicago did it. They did a couple Metallica videos, and they said, "Hey, we'll shoot it for you." That Sense guy did the Hernandez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I like. Hey, Rob. I like that kind of stuff. I got a couple parodies myself, and it's fun.
I thought we talked about one time us doing a tour together. Actually, when we were in LA,
Probably.
we did. Yeah, I know
I'm sure
we
we
did.
did.
This is where you say apologize to me again. Now this is. No, I'm kidding.
I can't apologize for things I don't remember.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. That was our guest, Rob Little, Jon Reep, me, John Heffron. Don't forget to check out Heffron and Reep on Facebook.
Can I say my upcoming shows?
What?
You guys said
Tour
your
dates.
upcoming shows.
Yeah, plug some tour dates, Rob.
I'm doing the Grove Comedy Club in Lowell, Arkansas this weekend. And then I go to Washington. I do Laugh Riot 2021. That's the third week in April.
Nice.
Yes.
And afterwards, ask them to get nude or sleep it away. This weekend, Jon Reep is You Are Where You Are. I'm in Ann Arbor, but don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments on even if you watch this podcast, if you go to just download it. What
Yeah, go to heffronandreep.com, be a Patreon, help us keep the lights on and get more awesome guests like Rob Little. We have to pay these guys. Appreciate you giving us a discount, Rob. But check out our Patreon, heffronandreep.com. Become a Patreon, and we'll make more of these. For Heffron, for Rob Little, I'm Jon Reep. Take us out, Rick Sanford III.
You've been listening to the smooth sounds of Heffron and Reep. The show is over, but come back next week, same Reep time, same Heffron channel, for more comedy conversations, music, A's church, and the life and times of the quarantine comedian. Always expect the unexpected, and who knows where the conversations will go. And as always, remember to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Peace.
Guys,
Oh, yeah.